So I was scrolling through social media and I see this post by Dub C, one of the most popular IG accounts in Seattle. Report: Seattle now officially leads the country with the largest decline in home values across major metro cities in the United States. Also, I saw Cairo 7, a well respected local news station, post an article 2 days ago. Seattle sees second largest home price drop in the country as spring market fizzles, Redfin reports. Now, is this fear mongering or is there real data showing that the Seattle market is in trouble? Well, I'm a local real estate broker. I'm going to show you the actual data to show you what's going on in the Seattle real estate market. Hi, my name is Gus Montgomery. I'm a local real estate broker in the greater Seattle area. In today's video, I am showing you what's going on in the Seattle market. As I mentioned in the intro, Dub C posted this caption that got a lot of attention. 6.2K likes, 302 comments, and no, I'm not going to read the comments. But the caption was, Seattle's housing market is finally cooling off. Seattle just recorded the largest home value decline of any metro area in the United States, with prices falling 2.5%, while housing inventory jumped nearly 40%. After years of being wars and skyrocketing prices, buyers are seeing more options and less competition than they have in years. So that paragraph is all facts, especially when you compare it to like 2020, 2022, when interest rates are below 6% on a consistent basis, or even below 3, 4%. A lot of buyers had to go above and beyond to win these multiple offer situations. They would have to bid above the listing price, sometimes 25, 50, 100K over the asking price, and also waive contingencies such as the home inspection contingency. So it's really common in those days to waive a home inspection contingency, just cross your fingers that the home was okay. But nowadays, there is more leverage with the buyers. If you are a buyer right now, you might see more homes on the market that have been sitting out there for 2, 3, maybe even 4 months. And that gives you more negotiation power to get closing costs covered and to get that home inspection contingency. Also, Cairo 7 posted this article: Seattle sees second largest home price drop in the country as spring market fizzles, Redfin reports. Seattle's housing market is cooling as the spring season winds down. The city's home prices dropped 4.8% year over year, the second largest decline of any major metro, according to new data from Redfin. Now, we'll show you data directly from Northwest MLS, but I'm not sure where Redfin exactly got this data and what criteria they were using for this data. Dub C mentioned 2.5% that the prices were falling. Again, I'm not sure if they're referring to only Seattle, only single family homes plus condos, King County. Same thing with Redfin. Not sure exactly which criteria they're using for these numbers because they don't really state it in the article. There's some other stuff in this article as well. Sellers pulling back as buyers gain the upper hand, which I talked about just a couple minutes ago. Broker warns Seattle's luxury market is in trouble. A local real estate broker shared that the day after Senate Bill 6346 was passed and signed by Governor Bob Ferguson, luxury listings of homes worth more than $2 million spiked by 65% in one single day, while luxury listing sales were down across the board. That concern is definitely valid. There's a lot of uncertainty about what the real estate market and job economy is going to look like in Seattle with a lot of these high earners moving out of the state. But all I can tell you right now is I'm going to look at the data as far as median home prices sold in the last 5 years, because I feel like that gives us the most accurate representation of where the Seattle market is right now. All right, so this is the Northwest MLS database. I'm going to show you data regarding the median home sales in the last 10 years, last 5 to 10 years. Now, the Northwest MLS is an association that all real estate brokers in the area are a part of. So this has the most accurate data in the area. So since the article is talking about Seattle, I typed in Seattle in the upper left-hand corner as far as my search criteria. Now, looking at the latest data point they have is May of 2026. The median home price is $1,032,300. If we compare that to last year, May 2025, it's $988,000. So median home prices from May of 2026 versus May of 2025 have gone up 4.48%. Now, I know what you're thinking, Gus. You are a real estate broker. Your job is to tell us the market is great, the market is not going to crash. You're just full of malarkey. I've seen that in comments. Hurts my feelings. But For anybody that knows me, that looks at my YouTube channel, or just knows me personally, like, I'm not gonna lie to y'all. The data is the data. It's widely available. I'm showing you what the real estate market is. If the market is showing a decline in prices, I'm going to show you that. For example, let me type in another city. Let me type in Shoreline, popular suburb just north of Seattle. So May 2026, $777,500. May 2025, $785,000. So the median home price has dropped 1% in Shoreline. So again, I'm not sure where these news stations, the Instagram accounts pull their data as far as search criteria. I'm not saying that the data is wrong. I'm just not sure what search criteria they used. I'm using median home prices that sold from May 2026 to May 2025. Let me show another area. Let's show Tacoma. So Tacoma, $500,000 for May 2026 versus May 2025, $525,000. So it's down about 4.8%. So there's areas, Shoreline and Tacoma, that is declining in home values from the same point of last year. But for those that are looking for the right opportunity to buy a home, my whole thing is, if you're holding for the long term, the data is going to show you that real estate is still a good investment. Now, if you are an investor, if you're a person who is a landlord, that might be a different conversation for you. But most of the people I work with are those looking for a home for themselves or their family. They just want to find a home that appreciates in value over time. But again, if you're holding for the long term, 5 to 10 years, the data is showing you that real estate's a good investment. So for example, Tacoma is down from last year, but let's look at 5 years ago. 5 years ago, May 2021, $455,000. 5 years later, $500,000. So in 5 years, it has appreciated 9.9%. Let's look at 10 years ago. So 10 years ago, May of 2016, $237,000. So from 10 years ago, the home has appreciated, Tacoma homes have appreciated 111%. So again, when you hold for the long term, 5 to 10 years, more times than not, you're in pretty good shape. That's what the data is showing us. Let's look at one more example. Let's look at Seattle. So let's go 5 years. So May of 2021, so we're at $893,500. So in 5 years, the homes have appreciated 15.5% in Seattle. Let's look at 10 years. So May of 2016, $625,000. That is a 65% increase in a 10-year span. If you're holding for the long term, 5 to 10 years, the real estate investment in Seattle is still a good bet based on the data that we have today. Now, there is changes happening in the area, and only time will tell how that's going to affect the real estate market. But as of right now, we only can go off the data. But hopefully you liked the video. If you appreciate this content, please like and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and I'll continue to provide more value going forward. Please hit the like and subscribe button if you haven't already, and you guys have a good day.